Hello, welcome to Nina's Knots Crochet. I'm Lynanne. If you're new here, hi. Thanks for stopping by, checking out my channel. My channel, that's all about crochet, a little bit about knitting, a lot about yarn, and my journey in this fabulous yarny community. Returning subscribers, hi. Thanks so much for coming back, spending a little bit of your Wednesday with me. Elephant in the room. Let's get this out of the way. I had a surgery a week ago today. I had my C5, 6, and 7 fused and replaced, and metals and screws and the whole 9 yards. Recovery is going well. I am in no pain. The pain that sent me to the neurosurgeon in the first place is completely gone. I am thrilled. I am shocked. I haven't had the non-electrical pulse and stinging and muscle cramping in my arms for, God, I've been dealing with it for well over a year, and it's gone. And it's so strange to wake up and not have that. But as you can hear, my voice is very strange. I'm not eating solid foods yet. They went in here and had to move all the stuff around, and internally I'm still swollen. So my throat is, it feels like there's something stuck, but there isn't, because I can drink. I just can't eat anything. So I'm on a liquid diet for a while. Everybody can lose some weight, right? We'll see how much I lose at the end of this. I go back to the doctor's on the 19th, and I guess we'll go from there. But in the meantime, my husband's taking really good care of me. My daughter was here for a few days. She took really good care of me. My sister-in-law and her husband have been here taking really good care of me. I'm still on a lot of restrictions. I can't lift anything over 5 pounds, no bending, no stretching, no, I can't even ride in a car until the 19th. So anyway, I'm getting better. But I'll just look weird for a while. We have this contraption for 3 months till the end of March. So anyway, what you're all really here for is my crochet and my knitting. And I have to tell you, I have been doing knitting, and I think it's going really good. I am doing the hashtag DDD knit blanket, Double Dog Dare knit blanket with Laura at Mad Mimi's Crochet and Farming. I was inspired by her. She said she was using a Karen anniversary cake. I have a couple of these laying around left still from a couple of years, last year, I think. This is the color Tropical Butterfly. And I have a whopping 6 rows done. Now, here's the part. I don't remember which is the front and which is the back. Okay, I think this is the front. But I think my stitches seem to be okay. This is definitely a practice project. I am not a proficient knitter by any means, but these stitches, even on the back side, all seem to be kind of uniform. I know there's probably missing things and edges aren't straight, and I'm okay with however this blanket turns out. I am not going to fret the small things. It's just practice. But I'm loving the color change. This yarn works up really great. I'm going to have to look for some more of this on clearance because I really do like it. I am using Knitter's Pride 10mm wood needles on I think a 40-inch cable. I think the pattern calls for 36. I got a 40 because I don't know. Like I said, I'm not that good of a knitter. So anyway, I do have 6 rows done. I have been trying to do 2 rows a day. And believe it or not, it's easier for me to knit than it is to crochet. I don't know if it's because I tend to lift it up higher to see what I'm doing, because I'm more cautious and more careful about where my needle is going, but it has been easier for me to do the knitting than it has for me to be doing crochet. So that is project number 1 on WIP Wednesday. What are you doing Wednesday? However you want to call it. But this is the Double Dog Dare knit blanket with Laura. And this is about what I can handle carrying at this point without my husband losing his mind. The second project I'm doing is, of course, Sophie's Universe, and I did not bring that out of the living room with me because that bag does weigh over 5 pounds. It's got 2 bobbins in it and a bunch of balled up yarn and the book and my notepad, and it's very heavy. So it's gonna stay in the living room for now. I did post on the Keri's webpage, the Facebook page, my progress through the first 2 rounds. So I am caught up through this week. And I'll pick it up again probably this weekend and start on round 3. And I'm enjoying that process. I think I'm going to edit my colors a little bit. And I think once I get the center done in all the bright colors, when it changes to get a little bigger, I think I'm going to stick with just whites and grays and just have the center be the focal point, just be the coloring, and then just the white and the gray going out to be the rest of the blanket. And what made me think of that, and of course I can't find it now, is the bobbin called Snowy Owl. That bobbin just, it spoke to me, and I thought that would make the end of this blanket beautiful. And I have a lot of the white, I have a lot of the gray, I have I think 4 of the Snowy Owl. So I think once I get past a point where I'm like, oh, this is big enough for a center focal point with all the colors, then I'm just going to go with whites and grays to finish it out. I don't know. Again, I reserve the right to change my mind at any time. But I am going to finish this project because I'm very proud of myself that I've got through the first 2 rounds, reading the book, reading the pattern, using the instructions and the pictures without needing anybody's help. That's astounding to me because I am not a pattern reader. I'm not a proficient pattern reader. And we're going to get into that in a second. My third project that I'm working on for the month of January, I am doing this one's going to be a combined. Jackie at Crochet HD is doing a shawl along that goes through March. But Judy with Judy's Creations and Crochet is doing a month-long, each month, crochet along, using a picture of your birthday flowers as your inspiration. Well, she posted her first picture, Judy did. And this is the picture that she's using for January. This beautiful bouquet of carnations. Carnation is the January flower. It's got the beautiful burgundy and pink and the taupe in the girl's shirt in the background and the beautiful greens. I found the perfect colors in my stash. Then I went to Jackie's page and I thought, well, I'm going to do one of the ones that she recommended on her Ravelry page, one of the shawls that she picked. So I picked a shawl out of that. And that shawl is called, I have my book to keep me, The Triangular Scarf Onis by Claudia. And I picked out Kubu to do it. And my Kubu colors are taupe, olive, where's my other one? terracotta. And then I have a buff and a white. And I also have some pink. So I have all the colors. And I love Kubu. Love it. I don't like how it's working in this pattern. I don't know why I don't like it. This pattern is very, very heavily textured. Like the first section, this olive section, is front post, back post, all the way around. The section I just started next is like a basket weave section. Here's my question. What do you do when you like the pattern? I really do like this pattern. It's written very different. The way most people just say chain 2, and her way of saying chain 2 is strange. I had to figure out what she was saying. When I finally figured out, it was chain 2. She also has, at the very beginning of the pattern, when you first start, she says beginning and then explains what it is, middle and explains what the center is, and end. So in the pattern, when you start a new row, it says beginning. Then it says what you have to do to the center, and then it says center. Then it says what you have to do, and then it says end. So you have to remember, at the beginning, it's chain 5, 3 triple crochets, then what the pattern says. The center is double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, then what the pattern says, and then at the end, it's 4 triple crochets. And at first that didn't make sense to me, but now the more I read this pattern, the more I understand it. I've made this comment before. I'm going to say it again. Is there not an industry standard for pattern writing? That when somebody says skip 1, you know that you skip 1 stitch. If somebody says chain 2, you know that it's a chain 2. Like, instead of saying into the chain 2 space, she says stitch around this chain 2. I know they mean the same thing in the long run, but sometimes it takes your brain a minute to catch up to what exactly they're saying when everybody's is different. Like I said, not that this is a bad pattern, and I do love this pattern. I'm just not sure this is the yarn for this pattern. So I'm kind of wondering if I should change the yarn to something a little heavier, because this is a number 3, but it's a heavy number 3. Kubu is heavy number 3. By the time this gets done, this is going to be a heavy garment just based on the type of yarn that I'm using. So should I change to something along the lines of maybe some of my cotton cakes, or will that be too heavy? This is my dilemma. But I love these colors. These colors are spot on for this, with the pink and the buff that I have going on and the terracotta. For the picture, it just seemed really spot on to me. So do I stay with the colors and pick out a different pattern, or do I change yarn and stay with the pattern? This is where I'm at. Is that a common thing, to pick out a project, get it all together, and then start it and go, oh, this isn't working. This doesn't look right. This can't be, no, this can't grow up to be this. I don't know. So leave me your suggestions in the comments below. I would really love to hear from some of you very experienced crocheters and colorists and everything, and let me know what you think, because I do value all of your opinions. And then the last thing I wanted to talk about today is that when I got home from the hospital, of course, I had a stack of mail, and I started opening it, and there was an Amazon package. And my husband and I looked at each other. What did you order? I'm like, I don't know. I don't remember ordering anything. Well, the thing of it is I didn't order anything. One of my very dear friends, who also is a subscriber to this channel, sent me a copy of the Tunisian crochet book, volume 2. I have the first volume. She sent me the volume 2 as a gift. She said she did it just because. And that's Cheryl. Cheryl, I do appreciate this. This is going to give me hours of occupation while I am on house arrest for 3 months. So, Cheryl, thank you with all the love of my heart. I appreciate you thinking of me and sending me this really great book. I hope you guys are all well, and I'm going to send you a personal email here shortly. But this is volume 2 of the book I already have. This one's Colored and Striped Stitches by Petra Tornak Zimmerman. And it's a book on Amazon if you're interested. I think there's a third one that I will be going back to look at and see if I can't just round out my collection there. So that is Wednesday, guys. I just wanted to say thank you for all of your love, support, good wishes, prayers. I'm getting there. Just not eating, so it is what it is. I have no energy, so my crocheting may not be as proficient as it once was, but I'll get there. But in the meantime, I just wanted to come on and say thank you so much, and I appreciate each and every one of you. And until I see you on Friday, be kind to everyone.